Hi guys, something strange happened on Thursday. Nigel Farage was seen in Clacton. You know, the constituency that voted for him. Now there seems to have been some event on, so he wasn't exactly open to taking questions from his constituents, but of course he was answering points put to him by the likes of GB News. Farage built his entire career on leaving the EU and attacking immigration. The Reform UK MP has said in the past that so-called illegal migration is too much and legal migration is too high. But when challenged about the fact that there aren't enough doctors and nurses as a result of policies used to pander to him, he claims the government isn't doing enough to train up Britain's own. The charlatan twists again.
One of the concerns as well local residents have said to us is that they have concerns about waiting lists at the NHS, availability of getting a dentist, an NHS dentist. But then if you look at these figures, these numbers, we know that the number of health and social care work visas have gone down by about 26% for legal immigration to the UK. And so do you think that we're seeing the wrong kind of areas being reduced for migration?
Well, look, I mean, the point about health and social care, health is we've capped the number of people going to medical schools. Aren't training enough doctors, so we rely on imported doctors. What kind of madness is that? And the same for nursing. We've made nursing an unfashionable profession. We've not encouraged people. We've made them go to university to get degrees before becoming nurses. God knows why. And so we take nurses from Africa and places where they're probably needed even more. So no, I think what these figures tell you through all the different sectors, whether it's skills with engineering, whether it's medical profession or care, is we need to be training our own people to do these jobs. And I say that with 9.4 million people of working age in Britain simply not working.
This guy told people back in 2015 and 2016 in the run-up to the Brexit referendum, if we leave the European Union, we'll be able to bring down the NHS waiting list. You'll be able to get a GP appointment. You won't have to worry about social care. We need to leave the European Union. That will solve all our problems. He was proven wrong. Then in 2019, along with Boris Johnson and others, we need to bring down immigration, or, well, he's tried to convince the Conservative Party forever that immigration is too high. Bring down immigration, it will result in people being able to get on the NHS waiting list without a problem. People will be able to get a doctor and dentist, whatever. But then he was proven wrong again. Now he's saying what we need to do is train up our own. Is there no limit to this charlatan? So what's the problem with training up our own? It sounds really attractive. Why are we importing people from abroad if we can importing workers from abroad? Let's just train up our own staff. It costs almost £200,000 to train up a GP. But the problem is not just the cost. That doctor needs to be monitored, need to be mentored, I should say, when they are in the NHS, for example. So that takes time and effort. You need to take doctors away from their normal duties to mentor a new junior doctor, for example, a new doctor coming in. The same with nursing staff. That's why it's cheaper just to bring them in from abroad sometimes. They're already qualified, they already have the training, and they can start from day one in many cases. If you want to train up your own staff, you need to invest money. Now, this is the party that wants to reduce the size of government. He wants to cut taxes. He keeps saying about how the NHS has too much money. We're plowing so much money into the NHS and we're not seeing any results. So you can't say you want to train up your own if you don't want to invest the resources necessary to achieve that. But this is very simple for Farage simple game for him to play. And it's frustrating because the Conservatives pandered to him and continue to pander to him over the last number of years about immigration. We need to bring down immigration because Nigel Farage is complaining about immigration. He's saying immigration is too high, then we need to bring it down. And what's the result? The result is that the care sector is struggling to get the staff it needs. Universities aren't able to bring in students like before because the Tories implemented a new policy about restricting migrants from, or students or whoever, from bringing in their dependents with them, which has resulted in fewer students and fewer people working in the care sector and the NHS. So if you discourage people from coming, then they're not going to come, and you're going to result. It's going to result in problems in social care, the NHS, and the waiting list increasing. So the guy who's telling people, vote for me and I'll bring down the NHS waiting list, or vote for my party and we'll deal with these issues, is once again proven wrong. Britain needs immigration. You need these workers. If you're talking about training people up, you need to pay decent wages, which he's against. You need to improve conditions, which he's against. And you need to spend the money necessary, which he's against. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.